In this Twitter video series, we are going to be talking about how to participate in educational chats. Just a reminder for these videos, the prerequisite is to have a Twitter account so that you can participate alongside or participate afterwards or when there's pausing points. And so if you don't have one created, go ahead and pause this video, go out and create a Twitter account, and then come back and unpause this and you'll be ready to go. This video is for how to participate in educational chats. This will just be a quick overview in what to do. We will be doing more slow chats to get doing our book studies and things such as that. But if you want to dive deep into Twitter chats and get involved in such as the IA Ed chat or a book study that another school district puts on, this is a great video for that introduction. So when you are participating in an educational chat, you will want to make sure that you are using TweetDeck. So if you have not used the video on TweetDeck, I would recommend that after this one. And so that's going to really help you comprehend the educational Twitter chat because they do go very quickly. So if we go to our TweetDeck, I have it set up for the two that we're going to talk about. The first one that we're going to talk about is hashtag IAEDCHAT, and that's our hashtag IA EdChat. And this one happens every Sunday night at 8 p.m. And this is educators from the entire state of Iowa. And this is a really great chat because they offer different topics every Sunday and what you can do and create different connections. So I have just added this column. Remember, we do that by clicking add column, and we are going to do the search and do the hashtag IA Ed chat. And that'll pull up this column that you see right here. And so a little bit before 8, I always like to get on and see what the topic is going to be and who the moderators are going to be. So as you can see, this Dan Butler and Andrea Townsley are going to be pushing out the questions, so they're good people to look for as it goes. So I have started it back on the last time that there was a chat, so I'm just going to be scrolling up, and you can see that when they do that, or when an IA Ed chat happens, you're going to want to introduce yourself, what you teach, and where you're from. It's always exciting to see different states, different teachers from different states participating. And so this just goes through all the different people. The moderators do a great job of replying back to that person, welcoming them, making sure that they feel comfortable. And then other thing that you're going to want to look for is when they start to introduce the questions. And this is a big one too. Oh, and I think it jumped on me. Let's see where I can get that. So I'm going to show more. Alright, so now that we have found the questions, it's going to be listed as a Q3. They would start with Q1 and work their way through all the different questions that they have. So this one says Q3, how has technology changed the way that you define and view student learning? And it also makes sure that it has hashtag IAEdChat. And that's going to make sure that everyone, you don't have to follow all these people on Twitter. That's going to make sure that everyone that's following this chat sees what you write. So if you want to answer that question, you would just come over to new tweet. And when I do a new tweet, I'm going to want to list it as A3. That makes sure that I am answering the question that has been asked, and so I always like to do A3. So as I go to answer this question, make sure that I have that A3. Then I'm going to type my answer. And so how has technology changed the way that you define and view student learning? I would say that Student engagement. If I could spell tonight. So if I wanted to include this into the IA Ed chat, I would make sure that after my response, I would do a hashtag IA Ed and chat. This would make sure that I'm answering the question and that I have the hashtag IA Ed chat. And then I would just go ahead and tweet that out. As you can see through these chats, there are a lot of different people that are posting different things. I always like to make sure that I have it not this scroll bar that you can see, not at the top, because when it's at the top, it's just going to constantly bring in the new posts. So I like to look at them as they come in. If I ever want to respond to someone, such as saying this person responded and said student learning has always been more than pencil and paper, but technology allows so many more possibilities. I can always favorite and like that. I can retweet it if I think that's a great quote to remember. And then I can always do a reply and just to Teresa Smith about how I would agree with her on that. And then another one over here is a book study that another school was doing. And as you can see, you have the question that was asked and then the response given by a participant. So that's just kind of a quick overview of educational chats and how you can participate. These two, the hashtag IA Ed chat and the hashtag launch ELC, are great ones to get started with.